Leeds warrior Josh Warrington, the IBF featherweight champion, has linked up again with promoter Eddie Hearn. What a comical press conference we've just had here. You two are a new double act. Josh, one of the things Eddie hinted at there, to get one over on him when you left Matchroom, you haven't got the smile off your face.
You know what, it's just part of the journey, isn't it? It's part of the journey. I think at the time, we were pushing for the world title fight. It didn't happen. And obviously, Ed has had to sit on the sidelines watching, the recent success of winning the world title and defending it and all that. But as a new chapter opens, we'll be looking at some even bigger nights down the line, and unification fights and going stateside is somewhat on my list, and I know that Eddie can deliver that. So we'll look forward to the next chapter and plenty more memories.
Let's bring Eddie in. Eddie, it's not unique that a fighter goes from one promotional company to another. It is relatively unique in Britain that they come back. You obviously always had a good relationship with Josh, even if he did get one over on you.
Yeah, he did. I mean, look, we built something very special together in the early days, and what he's gone on to achieve has been sensational. I've had to watch from the sidelines, probably kicking myself a few times, and I'd always send him a message and say, well done, and in the back of my mind thinking, I wish I had that fight in Ellen Road or Frampton fight. And what he's done and gone on to achieve is something that, he's not just a ticket seller. He's the #1 featherweight in the world. He's pound for pound one of the best fighters in Britain, and pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. And I think he had no Olympic background. He didn't have a GB team or a podium squad. He came out with Steve Wood and he built it himself, from English title to Commonwealth title to British title to European title to world title, and now to unified champion. That's the natural step for him to take here. He's got an entire city and a country behind him. Now, we're at Headingley today. This is the focus. There's a couple of boxes to tick. One is the unification. One is the trip to America for a fight out there with his crazy fans. And we feel like we can deliver that. He's got a mandatory in Kid Galahad as well. That's going to have to happen sometime this year. But for now, the absolute focus is the unification fights. Kanzu, Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz, Shakur Stevenson. And like we said up there, they don't realise what they're going to get when they come here to Headingley. This is an atmosphere like nothing else. So really proud, ecstatic to have Josh back, but also very proud to be representing one of the best fighters in the world. You can
map it out yourself now.
Lovely that.
You've been working on it, obviously. That's why we were late starting. Map it out for us, though. He's listed so many options there, Eddie, that it could be unifications here, but he makes no secret that the United States is open for you now. If you had to pick, what would you do next?
I'd probably like to fight here before I go to the States. I've done Ellen Road, 2018. I've done Leeds Arena 10 times. Top to Manchester Arena as well. So I've done all the big arenas and obviously stadium. Ellen Road was always a goal, but it'd be nice to do this one. Then tick that box. After that, I've done everything over here. Obviously, there's London O2, but the States is where I want to be. The Madison Square Garden, Las Vegas, and then big venues over there. So to get a big one over here, then just go conquer the rest of the world. It'd be a perfect scenario, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, got to leave the magic to Eddie and to Steve and my old fella, and then they'll come up with the goods. I just got to keep training.
You've already said that this is not the final chapter of your career, the next chapter, but it is one of the later chapters. If we were going to push you, if your exit strategy is it that you want to unify the belts, and do you believe that you are the best featherweight in the world? I've already seen Eddie's social media, Carl Moretti from Top Rank saying #2, not #1, but do you believe that if he can line the champions up that you can unify?
That's why I want it. That's exactly why I want it. I mean, I said up there, I went in my first defence straight into Frampton. I want to prove that I've not just won this belt, but I'm ranked #3. People don't see me as a #1. I want to be #1. I want to win another world title. I want to win that Ring Magazine belt. I want to be unified champion. After that, then bloody hell, there's loads of different options. Obviously, I'll have mandatory with Kid Galahad again, and then there's potential to be a two-weight world champion. So the world's really my oyster. But first things first is unified division, cemented as #1. And man, that was my legacy. After dinner speaking and all that. I can tell kids in pub when I'm daft and old and fat. I were a unified champion. Look it up. I was the #1 in the world, and it's all about getting the next fights. I'm going into my peak years. I was slow building up, and I know it wasn't an overnight success. It was a long old road, but once we've got there now, I feel like I beat anyone in the world. You know, Gary Russell, Kanju, Shakur Stevenson, get them over, I'll beat them.
Brilliant. Well, great to see you working together again. Eddie Hearn, Josh Warrington, marching on together.